And then you'll have those little small, tug of war kind of things. And then you'll have another one that's going to launch you into your next stratosphere. It's the weirdest damn thing. And the shitty part about that is when you realize that that's how improvement occurs in small incremental steps that are in between giant quantum leaps, you start to see that, then you start to thirst and you start to hunger for those quantum leaps. When's the next one coming? What do I have to do to get to the next one? Who do I have to beat to get to the next one? What do I do to bide my time until the next one? Do you want to bide your time? No, you don't want to bide your time. Those leaps only occur when you work for it, when you earn it.
What the hell's going on out here?
What's up? James Taylor. There's another episode, Fueled by Spite. How to spiteful success. We're going to have 4 tips on how to become more successful, how to become more driven, and how to just get shit done. There's plenty of distractions out there. Rule number 1, be adaptable. Psych, there's actually be 5 rules now. Things aren't always going to go your way. One of the first things that I recommend on how to become a success, whether you're using spite or not, but obviously I'm coming from a biased opinion of pro-spite. I'm a pro-spite stance. Get a coach. Get a mentor. Find somebody doing better than you. Now, I say this with the understanding that not everybody is driven by spite. Not everybody is driven by competition. That's cool. If you're not, shit, maybe this podcast won't work for you. Maybe this podcast is a novelty. But if you are, if you're driven by spite, if you're driven by competition, if you want to be better than others, I want to be better than myself. I want to be better than I was yesterday. Cool. That'll happen. Doesn't my world. But find a coach. Find a mentor. Find somebody doing better than you. Find someone to offer you guidance. Someone for you to emulate. That's what I did. I'm a really good leader. But if I have the right coach, I'm a better follower. If I find somebody who aligns with my values, who wants to win, who wants to see me win, who's a little hard on me, find a coach. Because you're going into uncharted territory. You're going in to do something that you've never done before. I've never been as successful as I am right now. And next week, I will never have been that successful. I will encounter things that I've never encountered before. Some of them good, some of them bad. Spoiler alert, most of them probably going to be bad. You will encounter far more bad things on the path to success and righteousness than you will good things. Difference is those bad things are going to be little molehills. And yeah, they'll feel like they're piling up and they're tearing you down, but they're tearing you down little bit by little bit. But man, when you have those successes, there will be smaller successes, there'll be bigger successes, and then there'll be gigantic rocket launching monumental things. Success, at least as I've experienced it, yes, it looks like this small incremental things over time that build up. But then every now and then, you're just going to have something catapult you, rocket you to that next level, to that next step up. And then you'll have those little small, tug of war kind of things. And then you'll have another one that's going to launch you into your next stratosphere. It's the weirdest damn thing. And the shitty part about that is when you realize that that's how improvement occurs in small incremental steps that are in between giant quantum leaps, you start to see that, then you start to thirst and you start to hunger for those quantum leaps. When's the next one coming? What do I have to do to get to the next one? Who do I have to beat to get to the next one? What do I do to bide my time until the next one? Do you want to bide your time? No, you don't want to bide your time. Those leaps only occur when you work for it, when you earn it. And if you get stuck in a position where you feel like you're biding your time, it's when a coach or a mentor comes in handy. Someone to kick you in the ass. Someone to help you own it. You're going to need more than one coach. A little foreshadowing here. What else you should do? What else did I like to do? I mean, it's a podcast on spite. You need a competition buddy. They don't even have to know that they're your competition buddy, but you need a competition buddy. You need somebody to compete with. You need somebody who is on your level, better if they're a little bit above. Someone that you can jockey for position with. Somebody that you can share wins with. But somebody that will share their wins with you, especially if they'll have an opportunity, a chance to have better wins than you. That's where spite comes from. What is spite? Spite is it's annoying. It's a desire to be annoying. It's a desire to be hurtful. Man, that sounds mean. Yeah. You ever lost? That's annoying. That's hurtful. Have you ever had someone beat you? That's annoying. That's hurtful. But how do you use that hurt? How do you use that annoyance? Little incremental changes in the positive. Being spiteful sounds mean. That's okay. It's okay to be mean. Mean happens. How do you use that mean? How do you use that annoyance? How do you use that hurtfulness? Use it to drive you? Going back to that competition buddy. If you're going to beat them, they better be fucking annoyed. They better be hurt. And that annoyance and that hurt better drive them to beat you. It's a wonderful little give and take. I've got a couple of those friends. Odds are they know exactly who they are. Number 3, you have to know them. You have to know you. What drives you? You can't just say spite drives you. You can't just say the want to be better drives you. I mean, those are certainly good things, but you got to dig deeper. So I think it's Simon Sinek. Know your why. What is your why? Well, because I want to beat others. Why? Well, because I want to do better than them. Why? What does doing better than them afford you? I can get money. Why do you want money? So I can buy things. Why do you want to buy things? What kind of things do you want to buy? You have to know you. You have to know how you relate to others. You have to know how you relate to success. You have to know, really importantly, how you relate to disappointment. Is that disappointment in yourself? Is that disappointment from others? Is that disappointment how others see you? I'm not mad at you, but I'm really disappointed. Goes back to that first point or second point, whatever, a previous point. Got to have multiple coaches. You're not going to have a fit all coach. There's not a multi tool of a coach. There are coaches out there who say they are. They're bad coaches. They're fucking liars. A business coach and a success coach and a personality coach. I mean, shit, a general contractor. There's a coach. Landscaper. These guys are coaches. Got to have multiple coaches, and they will help you know you. And when you don't know you, you go to them. Because when you know you, then you know how you react to all these different situations. And you can tell if you get beat and you're kind of down. Are you down? Feeling spiteful? Are you wallowing in self pity? Are you wallowing too long in self pity? Are you being a little bitch? You can do that for a little bit. Don't hang out there. So, between yourself, your competition buddy, all your coaches, you also got to find a balance. Again, there's not a multi tool of a coach. You go to one person for every question you have, that's the wrong person. If you go to one person for every question you have and they have the answer, they tell you that they have the answer, that's the wrong person. You have a coach that you go to with a question and they go, I don't have that answer, but I know who does. Or if they know your other coaches, I don't have that answer, but you should go ask so and so. Those are good coaches. And you got to have a balance with all those things. If you've got a competition buddy who all they do is nitpick and go after, they come up. I've found these other competition buddies. I've given them, a once over. I've given them a try at the big show. Right? You're gonna call up, little buddy. And you're gonna call up to the show, see how you perform, and all of a sudden their wins start to be not wins at all. Hit green lights every day or every stoplight on the way to work. That's not a win. What? It worked out today. Okay. Some days that can be a win. More often than not, it should just be something you do. Gotta have a balance with all these things. And you have to realize when these things are out of balance. This annoyance and this hurtfulness of winning over others, they start to piss and moan the whole time and they don't get off their ass and try and beat you. They're out of balance. Bye. Back to shit is number one, number five now. Let's just come back to it again. You got to adapt. You know what I like? I fucking love it when things go my way. When I lay out a plan and I execute it and it comes to fruition in the best possible way that I envisioned. I think I love that. You know, I think I love that. I know I would, but I think I love that because it's never happened. I've experienced things going like 95, 98% to plan, but there's got to be adaptations. I've experienced things going 3% to plan. That was a shit plan. The five things you got to do to be a success using spite. One, you got to know how to use spite. What, not even one. This is prerequisite. If you don't like spite, cool. You can be motivated by whatever the hell you want. Spiteful success. This fueled by spite. This is how we're gonna do it here. Number one, you got to get a coach, and odds are it's got to be multiple coaches. Number two, get a competition buddy. Get somebody that will push you, and that will push back when you beat them. And it will cause you to push back when they beat you. Number three, you got to know them being your buddy, them being your coaches, and you got to know you. Number four, you got to know the balance between it. You got to be able to figure out when things are out of balance. Number five, you got to be able to adapt. And when I say adapt, you got to roll with the punches. You got to have a plan B. And that plan B can't be sitting around wallowing and bitching when things don't go your way. You have to know what you can control. And there's a lot out there that you can't control. And when those things creep up, and they will, got to pivot. Pivot and move forward. Don't sit there and bitch. Nobody likes a bitch. Shit, that should be our tagline. Spiteful success. Dr. Taylor, fueled by spite. God damn it, I love every minute of this. See you on the next one.